35192. Want to send a text. AlanCoxShow.com to watch. Oh, boy, I'll tell you what. I am so pleased to see developments in the right direction out there in Hollywood. If you're an American kid, when it comes to being safe at home, school, you are on your own. But if anybody makes a move towards, let's say, Timothée Chalamet, they're going to get waxed because they're putting together an Oscars crisis team in case somebody tries to slap somebody again.
Are you kidding me?
I wish I were. I don't know how they're going to do this. I don't know how they're going to put it together. I don't know. You know, they never again want a situation like last year's Oscars, of course, where Will Smith, I don't know if you guys heard about this. Didn't really get talked about too much. Will Smith walked right up there on stage and smacked Chris Rock.
The football player? What was he doing at the Oscars?
Will Smith, the football player?
Yeah.
Don't know him, but Will Smith, the actor,
Okay.
walked right up. And boy, and Chris Rock looked great. He had like a purple crushed velvet jacket on and just dynamite, right?
Definitely wasn't the football player. He died in 2016.
Will Smith, the football player? Who did he play for?
The Saints.
All right. Well, he definitely did not return from the grave and slap someone.
He's a saint now.
Nailed it.
Depending on what he believes.
Nailed it. The Academy honchos say that they're going to have a whole crisis team. And they say they've run many scenarios to be prepared for. Now, this has to be all made up. None of this can be true. How are they running these scenarios? What scenarios are they running?
I want to know the scenarios that
They
they're
have
running.
seat fillers. Do they have people who look like Jack Nicholson who running up on stage? Do they have?
I know at First Energy, they have a practice, streaker practice, where on Sunday mornings before a Browns game, they'll have someone run out on the field, and then the security guards practice.
Is that true?
Yes.
Why are they always so bad at it in real time then?
Because there's a lot more stakes, and they're doing it without any people on the field other than just them. But when you have to dodge all the players and personnel and everything, it makes it a little more difficult.
There's footage from about 10 years ago of the Philadelphia Eagles holding streaker practice.
There you go.
Where they throw somebody out there. Let me show you some of this.
Ooh,
If you're watching the live stream here. No, because it's just a run through. I mean, there's a phalanx of guys that run out there, and then there's your alleged streaker, and then they swarm, go out to get them. But boy, you know, streaking is barely like a thing anymore. Back in the day, it was really kind of a time-honored tradition, and everybody really made light of it. There's that famous clip of David Niven when he was, the late actor David Niven was presenting early 70s at the Oscars, and that guy famously streaks behind him because it was post-Vietnam, and there were people that were still out there doing protests, and, you know, there was that girl who would, like, streak Wimbledon. That was a very famous photo, too. That was a real, remember Soy Bomb? That's one of the most, I don't even think that guy was streaking. He just walked out there and he had something written on his,
I think
he had
that's
pants on. That was 1998.
I think that's more the way it's gone lately. Like usually if there's a streaker, they're not getting naked. They might take their shirt off, but they're usually advertising something.
Yeah, they usually have like a bikini bottom or something, or like a Speedo.
Yeah, but streaking for its own sake, I wish that would come back.
How much jail time do they get for something like that?
I don't know if they get any. You might they put you in First Energy jail or.
Well, I think if you're like nude, then that's indecent exposure. But then on top of that, there's the people say, oh, there's kids at the game, so you just expose yourself to children. So that's an added
charge. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. But I like old school streaking. The Soy Bomb guy, that was at the 1998 Grammys when Bob Dylan was up there, and a guy runs up, a guy named Michael Portnoy, who was a performance artist in New York, and he runs up, he's got pants on, but across his chest is written Soy Bomb. And I thought he meant it like in Spanish, like, I'm the bomb. This was late 90s. After all, people were still using the bomb. And no, he wanted to draw attention to soy. because he wanted everybody to lead a healthy lifestyle, and who cares if guys start to get boobies from it? He was up there about 35 seconds. He was kind of gyrating and Bob Dylan, I don't even think looked at him. He's like, yeah, the thing. And then Soy Bomb runs up there. But that was late 90s, where the Grammys were a big, big deal. 20 million people used to watch the Grammys. But as far as like old school streakers now, they tackle these people. Like you can tell they don't have anything on them because they're not wearing clothes. They don't have an explosive device on them.
Well, it's up their butt.
I mean, they got,
Yeah. What if it is?
Well, what if it is? Then there's nothing you can do anyway. Somebody got a detonator up their corn chute, then tackling them's not going to do anything anyway.
This is the one time that Poundcake would throw his body on the grenade.
You guys wanted me to sacrifice, therefore I'm sacrificed. Talk about a quid pro quo.
Yeah, but that's not the scenario. That's the guy you jump on, the naked dude.
Yeah.
Depends.
All right, well, you know how they tell you, for people who are terrified of public speaking, the old axiom of just imagine that the audience is naked, and that should put you at ease. I never quite understood that, but I guess it's, if you can imagine that everybody is in a vulnerable position, that make you feel a little bit better. I guess that's the psychology behind it. Why couldn't you employ that to imagine everyone in the world naked?
Because they're not.
Right. But the people in an audience aren't naked either, but they still tell people, hey, if it makes you nervous to, again, I don't know if that works.
But they're doing it to feel more comfortable and show vulnerability. I want to see people naked because I want to get aroused. So it's not the same thing. I'm not going to imagine a mass of people nude. Well, no one wants to touch my vagina. I want to see the real thing. Sucking it dry. I need the pile.
The pile.
He needs the pile.
He needs the pile. He wants to be on the bottom of the pile there. Or do you want to be on the bottom of the pile?
No.
What's the allure of the bottom of the pile? Because it just sounds like a bunch of sweaty people on top of you, which sounds just infuriating and terrible. I'm somebody who got beat up a lot, so it would be very, very triggering for me to imagine being on the bottom of a pile of people.
I don't know. I'm going to try. I've never been there.
There have to be some kind of local situation that you can set yourself up with. I sent you an email, by the way. Did you see that?
I did.
There's some people that want you to come out to Fairport Harbor.
Yeah, I'd be
We'll
down.
take you for a ride in our golf cart, she says. We have a huge golf cart pub crawl the first weekend in May. You're all invited. Fairport Harbor is the best kept secret in Lake County.
I've said that for a long time. I don't understand how that's not like a tourist attraction, like a tourist city.
Because it's right next to a power plant, and that weirds people out a little bit, I think.
Okay. I was going to say, because it's so quaint. It's such a small little downtown, but have cute little shops, and then they have the beach right there. It's not a big beach, but it's just enough for you to have a day there and just relax. It's not like a fall down, get drunk type of city. It's just a relaxing, quaint little boat town.
Listen, any people who have a golf cart, they like getting messed up.
Yeah.
You don't have a golf cart at the ready unless you're ready to get jacked.
But I imagine they have DDs on this golf cart, right?
Yeah, you never see anybody drunk
Yes,
riding a
right,
golf
of
cart.
course.
Well,
course, yeah.
I never have.
Well, this is your opportunity. You could be the ambassador for Fairport Harbor.
I bet you their black population's like 3.
Well, then you can increase it by 1.
Okay. Yeah, they only have like 3,000 people in that whole city.
I don't even know where it is. East?
East, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
It's out there,
40 minutes
like,
east of Cleveland.
yeah. Like, just near Madison and
Is this where you went
Geneva
climbing
and
up in the lighthouse?
No, that was Put in Bay.
Oh.
I've done shows out there a few times.
Oh, yeah, Fairport Harbor.
And my buddy Dave Hill was staying out there during the pandemic.
I didn't even know it was a thing until my roommates got they said, we got a condo out in Fairport Harbor. I said, where? And they were like, Fairport Harbor, like past Minner on the Lake. I'm like, Geneva? They're like, no, Fairport Harbor. So I had to look it up, and I was like, oh, okay, it's there. Sure. And they essentially lived in a retirement community, and everyone hated them because they were like 2 young guys with just a bunch of money. And Just living out there amongst the old folks. But it was
Yeah,
fun,
that's where all the golf carts come in, right?
I guess. I had never. That was the first time I heard of it. I didn't know it was a thing.
Okay. Well, they got the Harbor Town Point condominiums. They got the Headland Dunes State Nature Preserve.
Dude.
They got the Sunset Grill, like the Don Henley song. And Kilroy Point condominium. There you go. Kilroy was literally there. Kilroy. I'm Kilroy. Well, okay. Listen, you do a quick commercial for him. And this is how people will get to know Fairport Harbor, Ohio, in a more deep and meaningful way with our own Cody Poundcake Brown. I don't see any downside to this. Do a little commercial for him, like a quick thing for him.
What's up, Fairport Harbor? It's Poundcake. Hear that? That's my boat coming to your shores.
Hey, he took lemons and he made lemonade out of it. That's right. Good for you. He did it. That was a test and you passed. Oh, that's where Pickle Bill's is too.
Yeah.
Out in Fairport Harbor. All right, well, maybe I'll have to get out there. Right on the banks of the Grand River.
I feel like that's your speed. It's very low-key.
What do you know about me, homie?
Absolutely
He thinks you
nothing.
like it low-key.
I like it high key. I don't like low key. I like high key. All right, so, all right, well, then that's something. You've been invited. Officially.
I'm down. I'll go.
Yeah. Colleen emailed us, and she attached a photo of her golf cart, I think.
It was a video.
Oh, yeah, video there of a little golf cart
Golf cart
thing going
parade.
on, the golf carts. Well, there you go. Of course, it says we're all invited, but that feels perfunctory, like she addressed it to Poundcake. You can leave us messages if you like on the iHeartRadio app. We'll talk back button there if you want to hit us up there.
Alan, I went to Lakewood Park the day that you guys announced that Gilbert Godfrey died. And I was standing at the top of the Solstice Steps looking out over the lake, just bawling my eyes out because I was a huge Gilbert Godfrey fan. I listened to his podcast every week and I loved his comedy. And it was just funny when you mentioned the Solstice Steps were a great place to cry because I literally did.
Wow, think about that. He's listening to the show. We mentioned that when Gilbert Godfrey died, and he was such a big, big fan, he was going to miss Gilbert's dulcet tones almost immediately.
Oh, there's a big surprise. I think I'm going to have a heart attack and die from that surprise.
Yeah, that's
Tiago!
if that won't get the won't get the waterworks going.
Wait, Poundcake, you didn't know who Gilbert Godfrey was until he played that?
No, I knew who he was.
Okay.
He was a guy.
Oh, there's a big surprise.
A listener pointed out on the chat that one of my favorite places to cry, my number one favorite place to cry, is in my car. I forgot about that.
How'd you forget about that? That's precisely what I said. Why isn't everyone's place to cry either home or car?
Yeah, I had a couple mental breakdowns at my steering wheel. When my alternator went out, another one when I was driving from Akron to Cleveland, like on a regular basis, and I had like a mental breakdown then. Celine Dion, it's all coming back to me now, came on, and I cried then. So I've had 3 that I remember. I don't remember the other ones, but at least 3.
But who's counting, right?
A lot of people.
I've cried in my car. The only time I think
Cried
of
in your car
once, but it was when my grandpa died, and
Well,
like,
okay,
he,
but that's extenuating
Right,
circumstances.
but that's what
These
I'm
are
saying,
people
like,
who go, "I need a crying place."
Yes.
Oh, 4. I did have 4. Okay. When I had my mental breakdown for my tinnitus.
5 after the show tonight.
After your tinnitus diagnosis, you said, well, that sucks, though, right? I mean, like, that would probably make anybody cry.
But I didn't have it. I mean, I had it at the time, but, like, I was in my car freaking out, and I had gotten on my antidepressants, and it was messing with the chemistry, so then I cried outside Oak Tree, our old studios, and I called my brother. He was like, am I going to have to come get you? I said, no, it's fine. And then I drove home.
Alan, counterpoint, Fairport Harbor is a dump.
Who are you going to believe? This person or Poundcake?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've never been. I don't know anything about it. Listen, it's on the water. How bad could it be? It's on the lake, and there's a river. A river runs through it. How bad could it be? If you like water, right? What is Fairport Harbor's primary export? Golf carts?
Fairports.
Fairports. That's what it is.
They're open to everybody.
Good times? Is that their primary export?
Single mothers.
Well, again, I don't know. What's their GDP? How much do you know about Fairport Harbor?
GDP.
This guy. Yeah, what's their GDP in Fairport Harbor? I'm trying to yes and him, and it's not.
Well, you hit him with GDP. That's on you. That's not.
It's on
him.
me. You
Yes,
know what
it's on-
GDP is.
Yeah, but I'm not Poundcake.
Okay. Have you ever heard of gross domestic product? It's not funny when I have to explain. I mean, it was barely funny to begin with. The GDP of Fairport Harbor gave me a chuckle. But anyway, I think you should go out there this summer. What if MC Wettings? What if somebody throws the bat signal up and you get a call out there to Fairport Harbor?
I'm out there. Why would I not? I have no reason not to.
Right. You could become like kind of an unofficial ambassador. Makes them look diverse. Everybody's looking for that, right?
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're down to 99% white.
They like that.
Right,
I ain't
sure.
here to cause no
Good for
trouble.
good for tourism. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. But you could be at the forefront of that whole thing out there. I've been to Menor on the Lake. I had a fun time there. Alan, don't forget Gilbert was Johnny Crunch in Ford Fairlane. Jesus.
That's a deep.
Deep dive. I think everybody involved in that movie has tried to forget Ford Fairlane. Johnny Crunch. Well, listen, in 1990, it was good to be friends with Andrew Dice Clay. There was no doubt about that. If you were anywhere in his orbit, you were going to be in good shape. Fairport has a gravel area by the port.
There you go.
It is also
And you're saying it's trash. They got gravel.
Alan, well, listen, gravel is a valued commodity around here. Alan, Fairport Harbor is certainly the meth head capital of Lake County. That can't possibly be true. I mean, you got to get out to the sticks, and there's going to be people fighting you for that
Title.
Does it mean
title.
per
Yes.
capita?
Fairport Harbor.
Yeah.
Hey, man, meth ain't that bad.
Wonder if he was calling me from Fairport Harbor.
He was in Illyria. I
Oh,
thought.
that's right. He was heading to Elyria to buy his meth. I've got to take a break. If you want to get the last word in, do it. 35192 to text. You got the Cavs tonight back here at home. Cavs Live pregame set to go off here at 6:30. 7 o'clock tip-off right downtown here against the Nuggets tonight on MMS.
This is the Alan Cox Show.
Everywhere on